Thank you for coming. My name is Sophia. I am the president of the Nutrition Club, or Health and Nutrition Science Club, rather. I just want to welcome you and also let you know that our club room is open to all of you, and the club in general is open to all of you. So feel free to stop by during our open hours. Check our Instagram for updates. If you have any ideas for doing workshops like this, or talk shops like this, or any events on campus, let any of us know. And we are just happy to get motivated. We're motivated to get more active on campus, and really our ultimate goal, we have a few, but really to make an impact on campus health and also professional development, which is why we're here. All right, so I just want to stop and also introduce Eli, our vice president. Allie, I know you guys didn't know I was going to introduce you. Allie, our second, can you introduce yourself? Our treasurer, and Ruthie, our everything. And Perel, of course, is our secretary. So, and also, in regards to our talk shop today, Demystifying the DI, we just want to let you know that if you have any, this is not meant to be intentional to be like a one-on-one personal advice or any type of kind of formal, advice to how applying DI. This is more just a conversation and what Perel has learned, and so just definitely feel free to chime in. And if you need formal advice, we recommend that you go to Miss Jakubowski, and schedule a meeting with her and go to her office hours to get the information you need. Okay, so I'm going to hand it off to Perel to start our talk.
So, hi guys, you've all been in a class with me, and I just wanted to put something together to basically explain the DI, explain the process of becoming an RD, and like how to go about doing everything. So, alright, so to become an RD, you need to number one have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree with a DPD verification statement from an accredited program. You need to complete an ACEN accredited dietetic internship or an ACEN accredited DPD ISP. So I'll get to that in a few minutes. But it's similar to the dietetic internship, and then you need to take the certification exam. So some programs are coordinated, ours is not. That means that we need to get accepted to a program, and we need to get accepted to a dietetic internship. Also, there's changing requirements. You need to get a master's degree to set for the exam in 2024. So we have some time, unless you're just starting, and you might not have time. Sorry. The coursework includes fieldwork for community institutional, just a heads up. I think a lot of you know this, a lot of you have done this. The pre-professional portfolio, you need this to get your DPD verification statement, which you need to start a dietetic internship. So that includes a syllabus, major assignments of all your DPD classes, a one-page summary of goals. It's really easy. Professional experience, including your resume and like other volunteering or work that you've done, and then honors and awards. Not too bad, it's just a loose leaf. You just give it in to Susan Jakubowski after you graduate, and you'll get your verification statement.
I have a question about
yeah.
that. When you say major assignments, do you mean like if we have papers or something we should include?
Yeah. So if you have a research paper, or you have for human nutrition with their the dietary analysis, you'll do that. Yeah.
And the syllabus is like the nutrition program packet, because you have syllabus in all your classes.
So you just need the front page of each syllabus to show that you completed the requirements by ACEN. So it'll tell you, oh, this fulfills this like core requirement for the DPD thing. So your first page of every syllabus should have that. So that's all you need. Like you don't need the course.
Are there always available? Because I don't have any of them.
You get it from each class, like whatever the professor gives out, puts on Blackboard.
I know, but I'm saying I've been taking classes forever. I haven't seen it still like this.
Would you still have access to it through Blackboard? Because I think the classes are still there, like all the classes you ever took.
Yeah. I mean, from what, 2-3 years ago, and they're going to be there? No.
I'm able to log into classes from like a year ago, and I'm able to see it. As long as the professor posted it, it should still be there as when you're a student. If not, see if you can get from classmates, like if you have the numbers, if you can like get a copy from them, or speak to Ms. Jakubowski, and like see what to do about that if you really can't find it.
I think you can, in Blackboard, I think you can go to like, view options in one of those side things, so like it has the classes that you're taking now probably that you can see. And then if you go to, I think, view options, you can see like all the older ones. That might work.
So you did your, you need your syllabus 3 years ago, you did the classes?
As long as it's your DPD syllabus and then your
Yeah.
science syllabus. If you look at Ready Office,
Sometimes professor do remove stuff from the Blackboard.
right. So I mean, save everything as you're going through your coursework. But also, if you don't have it, then speak to Ms. Jakubowski if you have like no way of obtaining it. But in the pre-professional portfolio booklet that you see in front of the nutrition office, there's a booklet, and then it'll tell you exactly which courses you need the syllabus for. So you can check that out and see what you need, save it, and like see what you don't need. I mean, I would keep it just in case, but like see what you absolutely need. So the dietetic internship is 12,000 hours of supervised practice hours. You're not getting paid. You need to pay for this, just so you know. Every program has 3 rotations. Food service management is in the kitchen. Medical nutrition therapy, it's clinical. You're in a hospital, you're giving dietetic advice. I mean, you're basically like, you're going to be doing work that an RD does in a hospital. And then community, which is any community organization or anything community related. So some programs have additional rotations, such as an elective and a concentration, or just like a concentration. So it could be like about 4 weeks, and it's either your choice, or they'll say that program has a concentration in like public health, and they'll be like, choose a public health concentration for 4 weeks, or they'll have concentration in like business management. They'll be like, choose these sort of sites for 4 weeks, and then like you'll have to do that as well with your other 3 rotations. So the average cost is about $10,000. It's a lot of money. There's usually no stipend. Most programs are not usually eligible for financial aid, for federal financial aid, because they're not attached to a university. So you're not considered a student. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics Foundation has scholarships to the local and state dietetic associations, such as GYDA, GNYDA, which is the New York State, Greater New York Area, like nutrition, dietetics, something like that. Most students find it's too difficult to work. I'm hoping to work on the weekends. I've heard of people who have worked on the weekends while paying for this, or like at least paying for like living expenses and then taking out loans or something to pay for this. And usually it's student loans that people do. The type of internships that we have is traditional, which is you get accepted to the program, they give you a site, you get placed there, you go there. There's distance where you do all your assignments online. You go there for orientation. So say it's Iowa State, you go to Iowa for like 5 days or so. You come back, you find your own sites and preceptors like months in advance, hopefully. And then you go to those rotations. So you choose, I want to like do my community with City Harvest. So you ask them, if they say okay, then we'll do your community with City Harvest. And then distance, Sodexo and Morrison Healthcare are different in that they're distance, so you're doing your assignments online, but they have their sites, so they'll place you in sites. It's distance because they make your assignments are online, but then they'll still place you in sites. You don't have to look for preceptors for those programs. So then ISPs are basically, it was created to meet the demand of a lot of pre-RDs who didn't get matched because there's a 50% match rate. If you did not get matched to NDI, then you're eligible to apply to an ISP. Most require you to find preceptors on your own, but the requirements vary a lot. So if you're interested in that, check out the website of each ISP that you're interested in, and like see what they say and see what they require of you.
How do you know where that's like who would offer that?
So you go on the Eat Right website. I'll go on it in 2 minutes, and then I'll show you how to search for ISP programs.
I was going to ask, how do you find a preceptor?
So we'll get to that in a few minutes. There's another slide. Alright, so the pros and cons of a traditional DI. You don't need to find preceptors. That can be tough. A lot of people are put off at that in the beginning. I was, and then I changed my mind, and I really want to do distance now. They may provide more support. I don't know. I haven't been there. I don't know anybody who's done both. I honestly think it's whatever suits you best. If you feel like you need more hand holding, then a distance probably isn't best for you. If you feel like you could like pretty much do it on your own, do it online, then distance might work for you. However, they decide site placements. They can send you to a place with a long commute. I know somebody who was placed New York Presbyterian DI. She was sent upstate for a few weeks, so she had to travel like 2 or 3 hours every day to her site placement. I wouldn't want that. I don't know if like anybody else. Like I don't know how it works, but you don't have any say in where you get placed.
Also, the timing is so early in the morning, so
Oh, yeah?
like you have to like wake up at like 4 and travel 3.
Oh wow. Okay. Also, there's not many in New York City, so if you want to move to a traditional DI program in like California, you have to move there. So that's another big factor. New York DIs, the traditional ones, are usually way more expensive than distance DIs. The only affordable one we have is like New York Presbyterian, which has 12 placement slots, so that's 12 people who get accepted a year. That's really very little. And some require a completed master's degree to apply, such as completed master's degree courses, So you need a few master's credits to apply, such as Brooklyn College. Yeah, so you can have master's credits in like Hunter or Brooklyn, but you need master's credits to apply. So you basically start your master's while doing it. Yeah.
What other programs require that?
You'll see when you look at Eat Right, you'll see what they're requiring. So I'll go through that and I'll tell you what to look for. So the pros and cons of a distance DI. The pros, it's much easier to get in because there's a higher number of annual enrollment. There's from like 40 to 80 I've seen. And they have some have low numbers as well, but 40 to 80 is like a nice amount of people who get accepted, so you have a much higher chance of getting in. They're usually more affordable. I mean, depending where you go, but it's easier to find them because it's distance. Like you don't have to move there. So I think it's more, it's like easier to like decide to go there because it's not like you're gonna move to Virginia where they have a $2,000 one, but I'm not gonna move to Virginia because I just don't want to do that. And here you can find a $5,000, well not $5, like $8,000 one, and you don't have to move. You're able to customize it to sites that you're interested in. So say you want to do sports nutrition, then you can choose a distance DI with an elective and then find an elective in sports nutrition. So if you really want to do something like that, you can customize your own your own rotations, period, and it's convenient to your location. You don't have to move. Usually it's harder to secure a preceptor in a hospital. That's really, really tough. A lot of people find preceptors in nursing homes, and also it can be really difficult to cold call preceptors, get rejected many times. Some drop on you because of like they don't answer or like they have like their own circumstances, like the hospital changes or whatever. So that can be difficult. And I've heard people call hundreds of people. So it depends on like where you do it. If you like scan and you're able to do that. Yeah.
Do places that take people that are doing the traditional, like that got placed, let's say like downstate. I know they have an intern now. She was placed at Residexo.
Okay.
Would someone doing a distance DI be able to also like call them on their own, or they
not,
would take
because those places have an affiliation with Sodexo, so they're not able to take any distance interns. So your best bet, which I'm coming to that in a minute, is to find small local hospitals, which usually don't have affiliations with anybody else, or to find nursing homes, which don't have an affiliation usually with other programs. So what kind of sites can you choose for your distance DI? Nursing homes, small local, yeah.
So I will share an experience. So I did my volunteer hours in Presbyterian for like a year, and then I called them that can I do my can you offer me a preceptor? I need to do rotations, like clinical rotation at your hospital. They're like, we don't accept interns like that. We only participate with the schools.
Yeah.
So like you have to select your volunteer hours to the place where they take the interns. You know, it's very difficult.
Right. It's pretty common in large hospitals. So you can choose for clinical nursing homes. That's a good one. Small local hospitals because they usually don't have any affiliations. Large hospitals usually have an affiliation and they cannot pay your preceptor. Food service, long-term care, public schools, small local hospitals, assisted living facilities, those are all fair game. Professor Fitzpatrick accepts a lot of interns for the food service part of her rotation. She also has some for clinical. I don't think she accepts as many. So once you get up to institutional, you can always ask her if you want to do distance AI if she is able to be your preceptor. And then community, you have WIC, Spoons Across America. Most programs require you at least to do 1 week of WIC. Spoons Across America, City Harvest, other community organizations. Also, if you want to do something like I want to do dialysis and it's not clinical because you're not actually doing anything as an intern, so it's considered community in some DIs. So I'm not sure if all the programs that I'm looking at accept dialysis as a community rotation. So I emailed them and I'm like, oh, is dialysis is it an acceptable site for community education? And then they'll give me an answer, then I'll know because I want experience in that. How to find preceptors. Call the sites you're interested in. You hear about a site from a classmate, call them up. You're interested in sports nutrition clinic, call them up. Speak to people in the program, especially those in their last semester, those who are doing distance DIs, they know people, they've spoken to other people, and they usually secured a preceptor or know of places to call. Stalk LinkedIn, stalk Google. Really, get creepy, guys. You have to. That's the only way to do it. And you're going to be calling up a lot of people, probably. Also, Eat Right has a list of preceptors. It's not very updated, but you can try. When to secure them. So for clinical, I think 6 to 12 months in advance is best because a lot of them have only enough room for one intern, so then they have they're booked months in advance, so you wouldn't be able to get it in time, or you have to wait for the next cycle in order to be with them. That's why I do it as early as possible. Food service and clinical are pretty easy to get, so I think about 3 months in advance is enough time to get you to secure that and not stress out about doing it right when the application opens or right when it's due. Yeah.
I have a question. Do you know, do they have a time limit that they want you to complete all of these?
Yeah, so each website, each DI has their own specific, some have part-time, some have full-time, and some are they have time limit, I'm sure, but there are emergencies and they have their own policies in place to deal with that. But you have to check at each DI's website to see what their requirements are about that.
Usually clinical is about 2 months,
Oh, really?
8 weeks.
Oh yeah, the length of time.
Length.
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually about 8 weeks, some have more, some have less.
Mine is 13 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So I want longer clinical rotations as well. I'm interested in that, so I want more experience in that. So I'm also looking at 13 weeks or 10 weeks. Timeline to apply to the DI. This is directly from Eat Right. So say for the next matching round, you register on the DoD digital website December 1st. The application opens up December 6th. Deadline to submit is February 15th. So you have December, January, February. It's 3 months to do your application, but you want to get as much done beforehand so that you can get your reference letters as early as possible, get it in, do everything as soon as you can, because I've heard of applications where people submit it at last minute and the site crashed and what are you going to do? So submit it as early as possible, do everything as early as possible. They have match date. Match is April 17th this year. You confirm your acceptance the next day, and then there's a second round of matching. For unmatched applicants, for programs who have empty spaces, they can contact unmatched applicants, and then it's called second match, where they tell you, oh, we have a spot on the program, would you like to come? And then you accept, because if you want to. But you accept the next day after, so just know that's a thing, and that's possible for you to get matched, even if you don't get matched.
This is for distance or for?
This is for everything. This is, yeah. And then the next match also these are the dates, and they're usually around the same time every year. I know that the application closing February 15th and September 25, they're set for the next 2 years or so, and then match day is a day off for the next 2 years. So it's around the same time every cycle every year. If you don't match, there's second matching. there's ISPs where you can apply again. When you apply the next round, you can apply to ISPs because you weren't matched, and don't give up. Like whatever you do, keep trying, keep going for it. There's a 50% match rate. It's disheartening, I know, but like don't give up. Email the program directors of the programs that you apply to and ask them how to be a stronger candidate. This happens. It's a totally normal thing to do. You see what they want from you. You improve in whatever areas they tell you you can improve in, and then reapply the next round, and hopefully it's a stronger candidate. How to be a competitive candidate. Number one, your GPA. Above a 3.0, as high as you can make it to be, whatever you do, your GPA is number one. Diversify your volunteer experience. So you want to do community research, food service, and patient care. Whatever, like as many as you can do out of that, you could. I personally am not doing research, but food service and community you're going to get from institutional community classes. If you're able to get patient care, you should try for that, like any clinical program in the hospital, or like volunteer feeding, or like something in patient care. I highly recommend New Year Cares. It's not nutrition related, but they have, it's a volunteer organization in New York City. They have projects. When you sign up after orientation, you can do one project, like whatever you're interested in. You can find projects related to like food, like a soup kitchen, or like teaching kids about snacks. And it's like you can go one time at like 5 o'clock to the school and like do an after school program, or you can like do it every week. You can do whatever you want. Like go on their website, check their times, locations. Programs, I highly recommend that you get some volunteer experience. City Harvest, any hospital feeding and nutrition program. Try to volunteer. I think like the times vary from where I look, but 3 to 6 months shows that you're committed. Like not less than, at least like in one place for 3 to 6 months to show that you're committed, you're interested in something, you're sticking with it, you're not just jumping around from place to place just to like have more experience. Like you actually care about something. If you're able to work a nutrition or food related job, I know it's not possible for many of you, but if you could, that's great. Sign up as a member of Eat Right Pro. It's really expensive, I know, but everybody is looking to said this is important, go do it. So do it if you can. The earlier you can, the better. Some programs value some stuff over others, so check out the website of the programs that you're applying to. And also super important, build good relationships with professors because you want strong reference letters. They're super important in being a strong candidate. So be nice to your professors. Try to build a relationship with like at least 1 or 2 of them, and like have them know who you are and like what you're about. That you think would write strong reference letters. Okay, how to find DIs to apply to. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I googled Dietetic Internship just because it's easier to find it. Right here. Okay, so you're on Eat Right. Search your programs. You can do all states, or you can do, say, New York. Only programs offering distance education, that's distance DIs. You can click that, and then you'll find only distance DIs. This is if you want a graduate degree. This is.
Wait, what do you like after you finish the DI?
It's included with a graduate degree, so it's a DI with a graduate degree, and then like together it'd be like 2 years, say, and then you graduate with your DI and your graduate degree, and then you sit for your certification exam, and you have an MS and like whatever it is that they're offering. Only programs with a graduate degree available. I don't know what the difference is between these two. And then this is only programs that have an ISP option available, so that's how you would try for ISPs. So say, we're looking at New York. So you have Damon College, the Bronx, which is by the way New York State. It's in like upstate New York. It's the state of New York. You have Brooklyn College, Long Island, Buffalo, like all these stuff. So okay, so over here, so let's look at CUNY. So they have 30 people enrolled every year. This though, you have to look at their cycles. They have only one computer matching, so they only do it in April. That means it's 30 people in one time. So that's like, and that's an okay number, but it's still like kind of low. It's 9 months long. You want to know how long it is. Some are 12 months, some are like 24 months, some are 6 months. So check that out, see what you care about. They enroll in September. They have some graduate credit, no stipend. And then you go to their website and, oh wait, it should say, if they're public health. Oh, some have an emphasis. So this one is community and public health nutrition education. Some have medical nutrition therapy. The most important thing though is if you go to their website and see if I can find it. Program plan rotation for on-site interns. So you look at the amount of hours. So clinical is 12 hours, food service has 12 weeks, food service has 5 weeks, food and nutrition policy is 2 weeks. These are all like public health stuff, so it's a public health based program. However, there's a nice amount of clinical hours. So if you're interested in that, great. Community is 10 weeks, that's a nice amount. Food service is 5 weeks, they really don't care about that. It's not very much. If you don't want to do food service, that's great. So look at the amount of weeks that they have and like rotations or electives or like other stuff that they have to see what the program's really going to be about. Is there anything else I wanted to show you?
This is distance.
This one is on-site because I went to program plan rotations for on-site interns. So this is like, now we're looking at, say, this is the CUNY regular, traditional. I'm going to go to distance one in a few minutes. I just want to know if there's anything else I wanted to show you guys. Okay, PALs, those are, can't really tell you much about that, but some internships offer prior assessed learning. Basically, if you show that you learned through like life experiences, then they'll like let you knock off some time of your rotations. I think every program has different requirements. So like say you worked in a restaurant for 10 years and they might like knock off your food service or like something. I mean weeks off food service, probably not the entire thing. So if you're interested in that, check it out, check out the programs that you're applying to and see what the requirements are. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to distance. So we're gonna go to all states because we want all the distance internships. Only programs offering distance education and go. Okay, so I'm gonna go to a popular one. Let's see. Let's go to Iowa State. That's like really popular, and you'll see how many people they accept. Oh, so over here it shows they have 13 weeks of medical nutrition therapy. That's a high amount of clinical, 5 weeks of community, 5 weeks of food service. Personally, I think that's great because I'm interested in clinical. If you want more community, this is probably not the right place for you. Or you want more food service, probably not the right place for you. They accept 80 interns per class or 160 total per year. That is awesome. They have a lot of interns. You have a higher rate of getting accepted. So the thing about the program, so you want to go to, time frame and deadlines. It's a 6 month program. That means there's like 45 to 50 hours a week in the facility, plus assignments. I don't know if like this is right for you. Some have like 7 to 8 months. That might be better. This might be too intense. Anything else? They have 2 classes. Here it tells you the hours of everything. 50 hours of intern's choice. That's an elective. You can choose to do an elective. You can choose to go back to a clinical, community, food service rotation if you find it's too hard to find a preceptor, and that's totally fine. Anything else? So over here they show you what we look for in interns. Go check it out. I'm sure they have useful information for like other programs as well. They have an Iowa-based location and nationwide. They have advice in finding preceptors and facilities. So over here you'll find finding your schedule, selecting sites, submitting this information. They have like their official documents to submit with the application, so you can have a schedule like where you're gonna be doing your rotations, and then you submit that with your application. So they say, hey, you have preceptors set up, you have a rotation set up, like your timeline is great. We don't have to do anything for you. We want to accept. There's a higher rate that we want to accept you. Anything else? How to apply? Match. Okay. And then they also have PAL, what qualifies for it. So that's for their program specifically. Okay. So heading back. How to choose a dietetic internship. So there's there's so many of them, how do you know what to choose? So I'll show you the Excel sheet that I created for myself. You don't have to do it that way. I just found it was very useful. So I created the program name, the concentration, if it's distance. Right now I'm only looking at distance. The tuition, if there's a stipend, most of them have, do not have, when they start. So you want to know, if you want to start in the winter time, then you should know like when they start. If you want to start in September, you know when they start. The length, that's important to me. So if it's important to you, write down the length. The number of interns that they take. I'm choosing high numbers because I don't want to go to one place that accepts like 12 interns and then I have a much lower rate of getting in. The location, because you're going to be traveling for orientation, or if it's not distance, then you want to know where it is. If you have to move or you want to stay in New York City. If it's an SP, if it has an SP, you don't get in if you're able to like apply to the SP. Any other requirements, orientation, how long it is, and then okay, so the weeks of clinical, of community rotation, the clinical rotation, the food service rotation, and elective if there's a concentration. If like you have to do 1 week in Baker, 1 week in a school for food service. If there's flexibility, I know some like other random stuff that I just like, it was important to me. So you can make an Excel sheet of your own and then compare that and then narrow it down to like 45 because you don't want to apply to 10 and then like, oh, you're really spreading yourself thin. Like you want to show these are like 45 that I care about, that I want to do, and that's what I'll apply to. Okay. Your personal statement, so that you want to customize to each DI's mission and goals. DICAS has a 1,000 word or 8,000 character count limit. Some programs tell you do a 1,000 word limit, stick to that. Also, you want to have like a main draft of like why you want to be an RD and like all the stuff that they tell you to do, and then customize it to each program. So like say one program has an elective and like concentration like sports nutrition, and like bring in sports and like why you want to do that, and like put it for that program. Or like it's distance and then be like, oh, I want to stay in New York to like build professional relationships or whatever reason you want to stay, and like put that in there. And also start as soon as possible. Hope like the summer before you graduate is what I recommend, so that you have time to write it and then bring it to the Magner Career Center, the Magner Writing Center, so they can revise it for you because it's free and you're paying. You may as well have it revised by people who know what they're doing. Okay, so this is suggested timeline. You don't have to follow this. I just think it's easier to like help you organize your life in college here. Yeah, so 1 to 2 years before the application deadline, start volunteering as much as you can. Get experience with a leadership position. That's great, always great. See if you can do. Start something. Go to a school and like ask if you can start an after-school program, or like do some kind of like workshop. Partner with a community bank. See if you can do a nutrition education workshop. Even one time is great. Anything like anything that shows that you took initiative, even like a one-time thing is leadership experience, I think. So anything related to that. 6 months before your application deadline. I mean, it's like pretty narrow, but like I think you should know where you want to apply to, especially if you're doing distance, before you ask preceptors, so that they know like what they're gonna have to, what programs to look at, and like what they're gonna have to be doing. And try to find your clinical preceptor if you're applying to distance DI. Summer before, I think, write your main personal statement. I didn't, and I'm gonna have to write it in like the next 2 weeks, and it's crunch time, and I'm really sad that I didn't. So don't do what I do. Write it earlier. 3 months before, see if you can find a community food service preceptors. Ask your references if they can write a letter for you, and then as soon as the application opens, get them to write it for you. It might take time for them to send it, like give them a month or so to write it. So you really want to like ask them beforehand, make sure they're okay with it, and then remind them again once it starts and be like, hey, can you write this for me on DICAS? And you need reference letters from one RD, one professor, and one person who's still you in a work setting. They don't all have to be 3 separate people. So if you were with Professor Fitzpatrick in her fieldwork, then she counts as an RD, work and a professor. So then you could have like another two of like, say you work in like a different field, but you have a supervisor who you know will write good things about you, get a reference letter from her, and then get like another professor or somebody else like professionally, and complete and submit your application as soon as possible, just for undue stress, and like with professors not writing their reference letters right away. So you really want to do that, yeah.
So you have to have a different, if you're going to do distance, you have to have a different preceptor for each category, clinical, community, and food service management?
Yeah. Actually, no, that's not true. Because sites are usually different, but for Professor Fitzpatrick, her site has clinical and food service, so some people do both over there, or like at least some hours of clinical over there. You could break up your clinical, so like you could do like say like 5 weeks in Fitzpatrick's place, and 5 weeks in like a nursing home, and then she counts as both a clinical and a food service preceptor if that's where you're doing it. So look at the requirements of like what the program is, because some require food service, they don't have to be RDs. But they could be, they have to like have certain certifications, but they don't have to be RDs. Clinical obviously needs to be an RD. Community does not have to be an RD. Forgot to include that as well. But yeah, it could be the same person, but as long as the site requires the fulfillment, as long as the site fulfills the requirement of the program specifications, then you're good. It could be the same person. Your resources. The program director, Susan Tchaikovsky, your classmates. Seriously, I learned most of this from like speaking to people, especially those in their last semester. RDs to be colleagues you encounter. I learned stuff from people in my community fieldwork. And there was an RD intern who was doing her stuff there. I learned a lot of stuff from her. So speak to people that you meet. Eat Right has a lot of information that you can check out and like research. Go to them. They're the academy. They have like all the correct information. Also, all access internship. If you're on Facebook, go to their group. If you're not on Facebook, create a Facebook account to go to their group. It's that important. They have really valuable information. And their website also, their blog really has a lot of valuable information. They offer, their businesses that they help people with the internship and stuff. You don't have to pay for it. Like you can go, I mean, you could pay for stuff like they offer, like looking at your like personal statement and like other like services, but you can also go to their blog for free information, go to their Facebook group, search stuff. There's a lot of information about programs, about personal statement, about like other like random stuff. People have a lot of questions. It's very active, it's super helpful. And speak to people. Again, speak to people. Speak to everybody that you meet in this program. Seriously, the best source of information you will find. You can get this PowerPoint if you're a member of the club. We're going to be sending it out tomorrow to give everybody enough time to sign up. If you're not a member of the club, you can take a picture of this, sign up to be a member of the club, so you will get this PowerPoint, and you'll get all this information. And what else do I want to say? Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.